G'day, I'm Lee Waper, and this is one of my ABC stories. I remember back to the 74 floods, and it seems like only yesterday, but somebody tells me it's not, I believe. One of the things I specifically remember from the floods, apart from all the other things that are swirling around in my mud-filled brain, was that the height of the floodwaters down here in the bilge pump area of the ABC. And I remember that specifically because it came up to my navel in the dubbing suite in this area. So when I came back here to do a bit more work about a year or so ago, I thought, oh, I wonder if they've still got the 74 flood level mark down in the building downstairs. So I sort of sidled down and came down the stairs and along the corridor and found this mark here. And I thought, well, now, have they got it exactly the right height? Because they might have been repainting it, they might have stuffed it up somewhere. And sure enough, I sidled up to this and I looked up and down the corridor thinking that somebody's going to come around the corner any moment, and placed my navel up against the wall, very dangerous business, I can tell you, and discovered that they were in fact correct. They had got the 74 flood level right. Well, now Mr. Rhodes here has got a pair of original ABC socks on. I think they're complete with mud stain marks. Oh, there's something, rings around.
Well, yes,
the blue rings?
I snow whited them a few times.
Oh, indeed,
yes,
as you do.
Yeah.
Good old snow white.
And do you recall, when the water safety started coming in?
Absolutely.
At night.
Absolutely, yes. It started. I left here about 7 o'clock one of the evening, I forget which evening, and I put some sandbags out the back door, thinking, I might not get any further than that. At least I will have saved the carpet in the floor. Of course, came back the next morning, it was swirling around our knees, and gradually throughout the day it got deeper and deeper. Of course, in the dubbing suite there, we'd taken out most of the gear. We left the big bow projector there because we didn't really figure that the water was going to come up that far. And we had to, but we discovered it was still coming up, and so we had to pull the big bow projector out. I think it took about 6 of us to get it down into the murky floodwaters through the door and out upstairs.
And that's a shot of you, actually, Mr. Waper, isn't it? Dismantling some of the dubbing suite gear.
I think it is, yes. Yeah, that's
black and white.
oh dear.
Yeah. And just over there, there's a shot of me. That's me on the far right.
Oh,
there, and
that's not you, Steve.
That's Terry McMahon in the middle, and Martin Saunders on the left.
Oh, Martin, yes, that's right. I saw him a couple of years ago.
Did you? Oh, right.
Yes.
And we're busy saving dubbing suite furniture. See,
I wonder why. It was waterlogged.
One of the most inspiring stories I think that came out of that whole episode was while we were fumbling around in the water, trying to save the dubbing suite furniture. Jack Singe, remember Jack Singe,
oh,
must be a supervisor, burst into the dubbing suite's theatrette. His face was ashen. And he said, quick, the canteen pie warmer's about to go under.
So the call of "Save the pie warmer" went around the building.
Yes, so it was inspiring.
A dozen people immediately rushed to the aid.
Well, Terry led the charge. We plunged out into the...
Sloshing up and down the corridor.
That's right, yes. Into the canteen. The water was lapping the base of the pie warmer.
Did it destroy any pies?
No, thank God. Yes. It was a treat for the rescuers.
That's why they were saving it. Let's face it.
And we got the hot pie warmer out.
It was the option of free pies, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. That was the incentive. But that was a rousing tale. That's one thing that stuck with me through thick and thin and through all the traumas of the flood.
Save the pie warmer. Well, this doorway here was the doorway that led to the main ABC switch room, where the power coming around the whole station came in. And the door was double door, sort of closed here. Up against, on that side, the door was piled the sandbags to stop the water, because as I said before, we know about the naval measurement. So the floodwaters had to be stopped from getting into the switchboard. So inside here there was a pump that was pumping water out all the time. So anyway, that's what happened with this the sandbags here. So another little thing that happened here was the swirling floodwaters are all around here, mud down oozing through our toes, and the floodwaters up to here again. I tripped over something that was swirling in the muddy floodwaters, some electricity, live electricity or something, and plunged into the muddy depths, and came up and walked on a few paces. And somebody said to me, "Don't you wear glasses?" And I said, "Oh yes, I do." I'd lost my glasses in the flood, so I dived back under a desk, and after a couple of exploratory forays, I discovered my glasses under the desk and put them on and walked out. So fascinating as it is, that's my ABC story.